Hi. Those are my books. That's another. This is Flashback Monday, and this is the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina, KRISTINA, and we are here to talk about all the books that I was heavily into in July of 2007. My Bible back then there goes my file, was this magazine, Book Reviews. And if you could please like and subscribe the channel. I'm relying on the public. I have no friends and family to do that for me. So I'm relying on you guys to hit the like and subscribe button. I just read books and talk about books. I have no special effects. I have no theme music. It's just me talking books. I have no special anything. It's just me reading books and talking about books. And Flashback Monday is all about the book reviews. This magazine, unlike other magazines of modern day, did over 250 books a month. So we're going to go through a few. Now, the first ones, I like their suggestion. It says, high cost, visit the library. I agree with the recent writer on the horrible cost of books now. I avoid buying hardbacks because of the price and buy much less due to the high cost of paperbacks. If you could only see the price of books today. Okay. Then, there's this page. I thought I'd mention this page. Stories, experiences, and advice for all women. Don't step on my computer, please. Don't step on my computer. Damage Control by Emma Forrest. A collection that dares to ask of waxers, manicures, hairdressers, and spray tanners who investigate every nook and cranny of a woman's body, savior or Satan. The ultimatum for every woman who's ever asked herself, what in the world is he thinking, comes this hilarious exploration of the male mind. Bed Rest by Sarah Bilston. Even if you've never been pregnant, you'll be as instantly hooked on this addictive novel as I was. Jake's Widow by Eve Pollard. Expertly weaves the facts of Jackie's life into her fiction, and altogether tantalizing could have been. Jackie Onassis, or Jackie Kennedy. Well, same person. True Confessions. She's a supermarket tabloid reporter looking to hide away in Idaho. He's the local sheriff. The best-looking man in 3 counties. How will their love survive? I'd like to give an honorable mention. My buddy's here. It's been a rough week. We are making some horrible, heart-wrenching decisions this week. It's disgusting. But I'd like to give an honorable mention to a guy that probably has not quite as many books as Patterson, but getting there. Mr. KOONTZ. See, Mr. KOONTZ. Odd Brother, The Husband, and The Good Guy. Those are his books out that month. Okay. Linda LAEL Miller. She has a little vampire series, if you didn't know. It's a 3-book series. I'll have to do that at some point. Eternity and something. But anyway, I love the Stone Creek series. So, I actually have this one. Linda LAEL Miller, A Wanted Man. The past tends to catch up with folks in Stone Creek, Arizona. So school mom Lark Morgan and Marshall Rowdy Rhodes are determined to hide their secrets and deny their instant attraction. That should be easy since each suspects the other of living a lie. But Rowdy and Lark share one truth. Both face dangers like the gang of train robbers heading their way. Men Ranger Sam O'Balvin and expects Rowdy to nab, and past and current troubles collide. Rowdy and Lark must surrender their pride to the greatest power of all, undying love. And the other one, well, this was book one. That was two. The Trouble in Haven, Arizona, and Ranger Sam O'Balvin was determined to sort it out. Badge and gun hidden, he arrived posing as the new school teacher and discovered his first task was to bring the rough rancher's children under control. So he started with a call on Maddie Chancellor, the local postmistress, an older sister of a young boy in firm need of discipline. It never occurred to Sam that Maddie would turn out to be a graceful woman whose prim and proper stance battled with the fire in her eyes. Working undercover to capture rustlers and train robbers was a job that always kept him isolated and his heart firmly in check. Until now, there was something about the postmistress that had him unwittingly tempted to start down a path he'd sworn he'd never travel. There you go. Book one and book two. So those are the two books. And we were also heavily into adult situations back then. The Sherwardian Press, very hot, very steamy stuff. I don't own any of those. Oh, a lady we see all the time. Fern Michaels. Fool Me Once. With a spark of romance and a bevy of chaotic canines, best-selling author Fern Michaels delivers a wonderful, heartwarming novel about one woman's journey to understand who her mother really was and the unexpected joy and life can bring. Summer Escapes. Now, I don't know if these are... I have Simon Says I Can't Find It by Laurie Foster. But I do have Scent of Darkness by Christina Dodd and Touch of Darkness by Christina Dodd. Then one day a dangerous prophecy. 1,000 years ago, a brutal warrior named roamed the Russian steppes and struck a sinister bargain. In return for the ability to change at will into a cold-hearted predator, Constantine promised his soul and the souls of his descendants to the devil. Then one day a dangerous prophecy reveals the truth. One family has chosen to battle the darkness or face damnation. Anne Smith loves her dynamic boss, Jace Wilder, but her daring plan to seduce him goes away when she encounters a powerful wolf who, before her horrified eyes, changes into the man she adores. She soon discovers that she can't escape her destiny, for Josh Constantine descended and Anne, the woman fated to break the curse that binds his soul. And 1,000 years ago, a brutal warrior struck a terrifying bargain. In return for the ability to change at will into a cold-hearted predator, he promised his soul and the souls of his descendants to the devil. Handsome, powerful Warwick Wilder battles darkness, the darkness without, and the darkness within. He possesses the power to transform himself into a fierce bird of prey, and that gift has caused death and destruction. At last he is offered the chance to redeem himself and break the evil pact that has held his family in thrall for centuries. Only one woman stands in his way, Cassia Honeycutt, a rider determined to wreak havoc on the assassin who murdered her family. Assassin. I did Rowan the other day. I couldn't find. I know I have it. Fanged and Fabulous, Michelle Rowan, and Hidden Agendas by Laura Lee. I have that one too. I don't know where it is. There was also an interesting article here, Killing the Cast, and they discussed several different authors, but this one, Lover. Here we go. Alright, this one is mentioned. J.R. Ward, Lover Awakened. And it's the last paragraph of the story. It says, perhaps because Ward is upfront with her devoted fans that there hasn't been much of a backlash to Wellesley's murder. Though, to be fair, some readers don't really believe she's dead and are hoping for a fantastical reprieve. It's almost like they're okay with it because it was horrible for me too, she says. Then in some ways mitigates the disappointment or anger that someone they really like is gone. In some ways, the echoes reality. That's book 3 in the Brotherhood. We will do the Brotherhood at one point. Those guys are tortured. Kenyon and Ward torture their guys. Oh, this is the one I couldn't find. Fanged and Fabulous. What's a girl vampire to do when she's caught between her gorgeous but brooding 600-year-old boyfriend and a sizzling vampire hunter whose self-defense training sessions leave her hot and steamy? Oh, they have a little... I've seen these on Facebook, these little calendar thingies. Don't step on my bugs. You gonna give me another hug? Come here. Give me another hug. Give me a hug. We gotta do something tomorrow. Not you, but I could use your support. Fine, go. Don't step on my computer. The first book to be read was Monica McCarty, Highlander Unmasked. That's got to be over there. I have that one. I know I have that one. The second one was Odd Moment by Jane Porter. Heading northwest, young Mama's Jane Porter's martyr is old man out, spotting among her new Seattle super mom neighbors Roz Bailey. Ruby meets mommies behaving badly. Tess Garrison's latest will be taking readers back in time to the Bone Garden. After caring for her dysfunctional family and putting her dreams on the shelf, Sabrina finally gets to pursue her goal of singing stardom. All I Want Is Everything by Damina S. Poole. Larissa Ione and Stephanie Tyler team up for a paranormal romance trilogy under the name Sydney Croft, with book 1 riding the storm about an ex-SEAL hero who can control the weather and the woman he wants. Wendy Corsi Staub, Lilydale Awakening. When Calla moves to her mother's hometown of Lilydale, she discovers has some unique abilities and more questions than answers about her post in Wendy Corsi Staub's new paranormal youth series, Lilydale Awakening. October, I'll let you hear a lot about it. October, past couple of weeks. Kelly McGregor's Warrior. I probably have that one. You know that Amanda Quick 2. Patricia Cornwell, Book of the Dead. Days before All Hallows Eve, Patricia Cornwell brings Book of the Dead, a new K Scarpetta Tingler, to readers. This time out, Kay is trying to make a new start in Charleston, South Carolina, by opening her own private forensic practice. Interesting. Okay, just give me a sec. Oh, Laurie Foster, or LL Foster, Servant Awakening. Laurie Foster makes her urban debut as LL Foster with Servant, The Awakening. Gabriel Cody can tell if people are human or demons, which puts her in a dangerous situation and in a detective sights. Oh, Karen Marie Moaning. I guess we'll be doing that one in a couple months. Couple weeks. Oh, okay. So, Liz Carlisle. From the heights of London society to the steamy city streets, everyone knows that there is one rule that simply isn't broken. Never lie to a lady. But scandalous rogue Nash isn't about to let a thing like honesty stand between him and what he desires most. Never lie to a lady. Nash is a creature of the night. His wealth and title provide but a tenuous entree into polite society. Notorious for his sophisticated manners and a dark, dashing elegance, rumors abound of the men he has bankrupted and the women he's left behind. But when Nash leaves his lair for a rare foray into the Tone, he faces a law of temptation all his own, an extraordinary moment of passion with a mysterious lady in the moonlight, and an obsession that will lead him into a hellish world of smugglers, spies, and intrigue. And as his dams in disguise, the witty and beautiful Miss Axania Neville, he soon learns, is unattainable as she is tempting, and now Nash must decide if she is also dangerous. And the one that goes with this, Never Deceive a Duke. They call her Porcelain Princess. With her fragile beauty and regal bearing, the Duchess of Warham knows how to keep her admirers at distance. Twice wed and twice widowed, Antonia has vowed never again to marry, never again to surrender her freedom. But when her husband's death is deemed suspicious and his long-lost heir returns to seize control of the dukedom, she finds that fate has placed her future in yet another man's hand, but not just any man's. They call him a cold-hearted bastard. Deep in London's Dockland, Gareth Lloyd runs Neville's shipping with an iron fist, unrecognizable as the starving orphan who was abandoned by his family and sent an ocean away from home. Gareth has put his trouble behind him. That is until the Duke of Warnham is murdered and Gareth turns out to be the dynasty's last living heir. Check it out. So then, I might have had this. What did I do now? I might have had this one at one point. Susan Johnson. I read her books for a while. Perfect Kisses. Susan Johnson, Sylvia Day, and Noel Mack. Okay, so then every month they would review and rate books. So this is the romance section. The top 5 were Shirley Busby, Scandal Becomes Her. Eleanor Neale, Anslow, Nightmares begin after a tragic accident. The dreams are always the same: a dungeon, torture, and murder, and a man in the shadows. At 29, Nell has a fortune and no desire to marry. Tall, elegant Julian Weston, the Earl of Wyndham, also has no intention of marrying, but unusual circumstances being Julian and Nell together, they wed and grow to love each other. And then the nightmares come again. More frightening when Neil sees the man in the shadow staring at him. Julian believes her about everything she sees, but can he protect her from a vicious killer? The other one was The Secret Diaries of Miss Miranda Cheever by Julia Quinn. That's the lady that does the Bridgertons. I probably have this one too. March 1811, today I fell in love. Thus begins 10-year-old Miranda's diary. No great beauty, she cherishes the kind words of Nigel Belverstoke, Viscount Turner, when he proclaims she will grow up to be a lovely woman. His prediction comes true as Miranda's world blossoms. He falls into ruin. When they meet again, he's an embittered man in need of compassion and love Miranda can provide. But trying to convince him that he's worthy of such devotion is a challenge. The other one was Never Lie to a Lady, which I just did. This one. How to Engage an Earl by Catherine Caskey. The royal sisters make a glorious return in another utterly delightful, charming, witty, clever love and laughter story that steals your heart. Annie can find the letters that may prove their royal heritage, even if it means sneaking into the Earl of Maclean's room. McLaren, on the other hand, is sure that Annie's in his room for seduction. What a surprise when they are caught by family and she blurts out they're betrothed. Sleepless at Night. Oh, I have this one. I just didn't bring it down. By Jackie D'Alessandro. When her literary society reads Frankenstein, Sarah Morehouse suggests they follow Shelley's lead and create the perfect man. Her task is to steal a shirt from their host, Matthew Davenport, Marquise Langston. During her midnight escape, Sarah spies the Marquise digging in the garden. When she decides to investigate, she gets caught in his bedroom. Ooh. A Wanted Man. We did that one. It got 4 stars. Linda Lam Miller. The top inspirational. See, they covered them all. I have an issue with the sci-fi though. It's more fantasy than sci-fi, but anyways. And I didn't even think about it then. In Everything Give Thanks, Terry Barnes got 5 stars, 4.5. Matt Collins loves to run. He longs to be as cool as his best friend, but after his father is killed by a drunken driver, 15-year-old Matt's world is changed forever. Even though he was raised as a strong Baptist home, Matt begins to question God. When Matt thinks things can't get any worse, Wade, a handicapped youth who believes he's destined to preach, moves in next door. A Lady of High Regard by Tracy Patterson, also 4.5 stars. Maya Stanley doesn't try to get in trouble, it follows her wherever she is. Her parents are tormented that she writes articles for Gotti's Ladies Book, but Mia prefers work over attending endless parties. She is also known by her friends to be a bit of a matchmaker. When the magazine assigns her to investigate the unfair treatment of seasoned wives by the rent collectors of their tenements, Mia realizes that she may have bitten off more than she can chew on this one. She's not only putting herself and the wives in danger, she may also be putting her love life in peril. Oh, interesting. Angela Hunt. Three Women, One Man, A Gathering Storm. In the path of a devastating hurricane, 3 very different women find themselves trapped in the elevator of a high-rise office building. Interesting. Barbara Delinsky. Oh, she's around. I see her books all the time. Facets. Mainstream fiction. What Matters Most by Luann Rice. Sister Bernadette Ignatius and Tom Kelly traveled to Ireland to find the son they placed in a Dublin orphanage 23 years ago when Bernie was called to the church. Tom is the caretaker at the convent and has never been able to leave the woman he loves, despite having no hope of more than a platonic relationship. The son they named Thomas is now Seamus Sullivan, a bitter young man angry at parents he believed abandoned him. 1,000 Voices by Lisa Wingate. Dell Jordan has enjoyed the stability of family since she was adopted at 13. After attending a school for the musical gifted, she toured Europe with an orchestra and spent a year in the Ukraine on a humanitarian mission at an orphanage. Now, after returning to Kansas home, Dell isn't sure she's ready to attend Juilliard. Like I said, there's over 200 books in here. Vampires Beware. Two-Way Street by Lauren Bonholt, 4 stars. Revenge of the Homecoming Queen, Stephanie Hale, 3 stars. Orange is the New Pink, Nina Malkin. Science fiction fantasy. Now, these are more fantasy than sci-fi, but the top 3 are The Sons of Haven by Cage Baker. The silence is fast approaching, and with it, the many factions within the company have begun to make their final moves, which will determine the final course of humanity. Chief among them, of course, is Mendoza and one of her true loves, the revived Victorian Superman Edward Alton Bell Fax, along with her entirely unexpected allies. The Fire Opal by Catherine Essero. Despite her youth, Ginger enjoys the sole priestess of the Dragon Sun in her remote desert village. But when Daraz, a horribly wounded warrior, is brought to her temple, she has no idea that her quiet life is over. I have some of these at this point. Love is in the Air. Jana Black, I've had hers. Susan Canary, I've had hers. And C.T. Adams, Touch of Madness. I've had those. Sherry Adair, I've had hers too. White Heat. When her mentor dies and her son doesn't make it back from funeral, art restoration specialist Emily Groan is furious with Max Aries. At first, Chief lacked operative Max doesn't connect the bombardments he has been working on to art projects and that his father and Emily completed. But after learning his father was murdered, Max starts to have suspicion. And that's romantic suspense. Oh, Nora Roberts, High Noon. Since being part of a hostage crisis as a child, Police Lieutenant Phoebe McNair has shown the skills required to be a good hostage negotiator. Now, as Savannah's top negotiator, Phoebe is called to defuse a dangerous situation. Hidden Agendas, Laura Lee. I had that one for a while. It's a SEAL Team series. Mysteries and Thrillers. The Ever-Running Man, Marcia Muller. As usual, events in P.I. Shannon McCone's personal life are crucial to the plot as the crime she must solve. Her husband, Hy, is a partner in an international security firm, where 2 years ago an explosion in one of its offices killed an employee. Since then, explosions have occurred in other offices, and on some occasions a man has spotted running from the scene, dubbed the Ever-Running Man. Hy's firm enlists the services of McCone's agency to identify the man. Her investigation uncovers details about Hy's past that were previously unknown to her, details she's not sure she can live with. Her Royal Spyness by Rice Bowen. We'll have to do these. I did the Molly Murphy series. Bowen delights with a brand new series and a one-of-a-kind heroine, light-hearted yet mysterious. The first installment reflects the author's versatility. In 1930 England, Lady Victorian Georgiana Charlotte Eugene, the penniless, unmarried daughter of a duke, goes to live in her family's London home. With the help of her Cockney grandfather, she learns domestic skills to earn money cleaning houses. But after her brother, the duke, arrives, things take a turn for the worse. We will read this. Georgia discovers a Frenchman dead in the bathtub, and soon her brother is arrested for murder. It seems the Frenchman had papers claiming that he won the Duke's Scottish estate when gambling against George's deceased father. Ridley Pearson, Killer Weekend, 4.5 stars. Dean Koontz, The Good Guy, 4.5 stars. P.G. Parrish, Thousand Bones, 4.5 stars. Kelly Armstrong, Exit Strategy, 4.5 stars. Oh, Carol Nelson Douglas, 3 stars. The Red Hot Sisterhood convention is hitting Las Vegas, and PR expert Temple Bar and feline crime solver Midnight Louie are surrounded by fun-loving women with purple boas with red hats and lots of attitude. Contemporary romance. Jude Devereaux, Someone to Love, 4 stars. Helen K. Demon, Your Mouth Drives Me Crazy, 4 stars. Sandra Hill, Pearl Jinx, 4.5 stars. Susan Mallory, Tempting, 4.5 stars. Lisa Pumley, Misbehave, 4.5 stars. We talked about Scent of Darkness. Christine died. It got 4.5 stars. The one I was looking for. Alexa Morgan. Once a warrior from the other, Beric Young is caught between two worlds, exiled from his homeland and a para among his enemies, the Paladins, while hunting a betrayer who's selling the precious blue gems that light the other's world. Beric must aid genealogy Lacey Sebastian in her research for the Paladins. Beric is instantly drawn to the fiery, beautiful woman, but Lacey initially despises the enemy intruder. Soon she sees beyond his violent past, though finding the dark warrior intriguing and extremely sexy. And this is the whole series. Dark Warrior. I wrote on this one. Dark Warrior Unleashed. Dark Defender. Defeat the Darkness. And others. I did want to mention one more. I couldn't find the book, but I found the audio. I'm heavily into audiobooks too. Safe Harbor. The Sisters got 4.5 stars. My Sister is a Werewolf by Kathy Love. I have that one. It's over there. 4 stars. Oh, Amanda Ashley. I have these too, but I just didn't get them out today. Dead Sexy, Desire After Dark, Night Kiss, A Whisper of Eternity. Let's see which one of the ones they did. Oh, did I do the board sleeves? I took them out. The Bardsleys. These are cute. Never Again. Wait Till Your Vampire Gets Home. over my dead body because your vampire said so. Force your heart. Don't talk back to your vampire. And I think got 4 stars. Ever since a master vampire became possessed and bit a bunch of parents, the town of Broken Heart, Oklahoma has catered to those of us who don't rise until sunset, even if that means PTA meetings at midnight. Amanda Ashley Night Touch, 3 stars. Oh, I have these. I don't know where they are. Jean C. Stein, Blood Drive. Despite her nearly invincible as a vampire bounty hunter, Anna Strong prefers to preserve the vestiges of her human life. After being forced to kill a manipulative vampire who initially befriended her, Anna has avoided the vampire community. That changes when a new case with an all-too-personal connection arrives. Oh, have you seen these? A bunch of authors got together, and each one, they write a whole series, but each one writes each volume. Like a TV series where there are 12 episodes, and each episode is written by somebody else, but it's the same characters or something like that. The Immortals. I never really liked it because of that exact reason why there were different people writing each book. But The Awakening. These were pretty popular back when. They also reviewed Harlequin. There's too many of those to go into. They also had an adult section. So I think that's about it. I've kept you that long. Oh, the Bashing Club is coming in the next month. Yay! We'll be doing Stephanie Lawrence again. If you haven't seen my Stephanie Lawrence, The Bashing Club was one of the first reviews I did way back when in January. So check those out. So Flashback Mondays, we have an Eve Dallas coming up. I do series books. We do Star Trek on Fridays. We will be doing some more Argonaut, some more Carolyn Sparks, some more J.D. Robb, and some more Star Trek on Star Trek Fridays. And don't forget, Flashback Mondays. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. Let me know I did a good job. Thank you. Have a good one.